Jenna was a hardworking woman. She was so respectful and had a heart of gold. Her market business was booming because of her good character that everyone wanted to be associated with. A man named James eyed Jenna for quite some time, and after a lot of convincing, Jenna finally agreed to marry James. Their married life was so beautiful, but after 2 years had passed with no sound of a baby in their home, Jenna started feeling the pressure from the villagers and even her husband to get children. Jenna started going for prayers in different churches, and all the different pastors will tell her the same thing, that she will get children in God's time. James, on the other hand, started calling Jenna names. He'd wake up and call her,
"You barren witch, if I knew you were barren, I would not have married you."
Jenna would sob loudly, saying,
"God, please vindicate me. Take this shame away from me."
Another year passed, and Jenna started getting more desperate to have a child. One day, as she was selling in the market, her longtime friend Liz visited her market stall, and Jenna told her everything that she was going through in her marriage. Liz then promised to take her somewhere and promised that she would get help in having a baby. The next day, Liz took Jenna to a wizard, who gave her something to drink and then said these words: "You will get pregnant this month after taking this potion, but there will be consequences. That as long as this child lives, you will never sleep with your husband. Your periods will never stop for as long as this child lives. This child cannot be killed, but instead she will be left to die a natural death." Jenna quickly agreed on what the wizard had said, for as long as she would cover the shame of being barren. That same month, Jenna got pregnant and the joy in her home returned. Her husband did everything to make her comfortable and to make sure she had a smooth pregnancy. Months passed, and finally Jenna put to bed a very handsome boy. After 1 year of having a son, Jenna kept bleeding. Her periods didn't stop. She became so uncomfortable around people, and her husband also began to distance himself from her. Jenna was overwhelmed with sadness. She had a child, but she was miserable. She was becoming anemic because she had lost a lot of blood. She then remembered what the wizard had said: "You will have a child, but your periods will not stop." The more she looked at her child, the more miserable she felt. She regretted all her actions of getting a child from a wizard instead of waiting on God's time. Jenna became so prayerful. She prayed any time of the day, and one day God remembered her. Her bleeding stopped, and her husband found her more attractive and accepted her back as his loving wife. Jenna got pregnant for the second time, and their son Moses, that he had gotten from the wizard, died slowly. He became thinner by the day and finally died in his sleep. Jenna recovered her home, and the joy in her home was restored. She gave birth to beautiful twins, and James and Jenna lived happily ever after. The end. If you found this story beautiful, please remember to subscribe, give us a like, and share if you can. And please remember to leave your name in the comment section and wherever you're watching us from for me to give you a shout out on the next episode of Wonder Tales by Julian.